Hey, Big Dave the Middle-Aged Gamer here with another episode of Fallout London, Hares and Piggies. And we are outside the London Smelters. It's a building that we basically found... You can't see shit. Try that again. It's a building that we found Lexi standing outside of when we went to the Syndicate factory. It's right nearby. So... What'd you find, buddy? What'd you find, buddy? He saw it. Said he found an enemy. Not in here. What'd you find, my boy? What'd you find, buddy? What? I have no bleeding idea. Oh, that's the Syndicate factory. Okay. Here we go. Let's go inside. Oh, we got cultists in here. You hear that? Okay, my gun's out. Well, at least we know what we have in here. Oh, that was a new ammo. 2mm electromagnetic cartridge. Ooh. Okay. That might be an ammo type we will never use, because if I remember right, those are rifles. Very snipity rifles. Why'd you open the dog? Churchill. Oh well, here goes nothing.
You vile nihilists! We are dealing with insidious forces capable of astral anomalies. Father Defiler is here.
And he just goes right in. You know what?
Vile Dick, leave this place. Mythos gives you strength to smite this fool.
They got hellhounds? Wait, you hurt my dog. Bent? Dang.
You are awake. You shall remain awake eternally.
There you go, buddy. Okay, so a successful fight means we save, and there's a part of me that feels like I might be slightly in over my head, but the levels do match. Cultist Herald and a Hellhound. Our first Hellhound. Safety and Compliance, Inspector Terminal. Let's go take a look-see. London Smelters and Company Terminal. Welcome to Newham's premier smelters. So we're in Newham. Well, that explains the glowing, all the rad storms. Introduction: Ingram McLeod, Safety and Compliance Inspector, LSC NB01. As requested by the head office, I have begun my inspection into the Newham branch of London Smelters and Company, hereby referred to in these logs as LSC. This report aims to examine whether or not this particular branch will target key areas of operation within the factory, checking whether or not management and staff of the branch are complying with government-mandated safety and working guidelines. I've already set up a terminal within the branch and will be conducting this report on site, where I shall remain until the conclusion of my investigation. Furthermore, once this report has been finalized, I shall be passing it on to and working closely with the finance team of LSC, deciding whether or not it would be economically viable for the wider LSC company for this branch to remain in operation. Structural integrity assessment. Ingram McLeod, Safety and Compliance Inspector, LSC NB02. First proper entry of my report, and I am saddened to say that already things are not looking good for the Newham branch. As I was inspecting the smelting floor today, I noticed many of the walkways, some of which are situated right above the smelting vats, by the way, are in dire need of serious repair. I have even noticed that many of the safety railings are even loose or missing altogether, potentially leading to serious injury or even death, especially should someone plummet into the big pool of molten metal, which would also render that entire branch of material useless. To give the manager and their employees credit, however, they have attempted to fix various issues, even in some cases using wooden planks to negate holes within the walkways. Though I seriously doubt that the structural integrity of just haphazardly placing a few wooden boards on top of the hole and accepting it as repaired, I have made it clear to the manager that the correct procedure is to report any and all structural integrity concerns to HQ, who will then pass on said report to finance, who will then begin to assess the severity of the situation and allocate resources and get things repaired properly. Operational machinery assessment. Ingram McLeod, Safety and Compliance Inspector, LSCNB03. Focus my report log on the factory's operational equipment today, and whilst the majority of the machinery may be working as intended, there are still issues that are preventing the output of the Newham branch from consistently meeting the desired amount set by LSC. The main smelting machinery is fully operational and working well, though it is the loading claw in the packing and distribution warehouse that brings me the most concern. On 3 separate occasions today, the claw failed to deploy properly, and pallets of slag, some of which were still dangerously hot, had to be maneuvered onto the conveyor belt by the on-floor workers. As these pallets are predictably heavy, it took a larger amount of employees, some from different areas of the factory, to successfully load it on, which wasted valuable time and thus limited the production yield for the day. The branch manager, who seemed insistent to shadow me as I made my inspections, ensured that whilst he was already in the process of getting these issues put right, assured me that the employees here are all good, hard-working blokes, and make sure to keep an eye on things if an employee has to leave their post. But again, I made it absolutely clear that it is still mandatory to report faulty machinery to HQ, who will pass it on to finance, etc., and that this branch is falling behind on its output quota and therefore losing LSC money, and that drastic changes need to be made in order to get this branch back up to peak performance. Compliance with safety regulations. Oh, this ought to be good. NB04. Already glossed over this in my first entry of the report, but it's worth reiterating because of the severity of it. The Newham branch is woefully poor in terms of compliance to standard health and safety regulations. Today, my concerns regarding the ramshackle state of the catwalks were vindicated, and whilst I was monitoring the slag floor, the main area of concern in regards to safety compliance, an almighty crash erupted through the factory as a worker plummeted from a catwalk, the guardrail having fallen off. He was lucky that there was a platform below him, otherwise the accident would have been much worse. As a personal aside to this report, I've begun to notice a vague miasma of distrust towards me throughout the branch since, in the last entry, I gave the branch manager a clear message that things needed to change in order to put the Newham branch back in the green in regards to output and profitability. Whilst I understand that an inspector's presence can be awkward, I will not allow myself to be intimidated just because I am carrying out my job within the interests of the wider LSC company and must do so at any cost. Inventory of raw materials and supplies, 05. Following up from my third log, I examined the branch's inventory of supplies and raw materials used in the production line. As is to be expected given the state of things, there is a vast room for improvement. The inventory warehouse is only partly utilized, with most of the materials sent by LSE distributors left in the open. Workers have assured me this is so they have quicker access to the resources, but again, this is not proper operating procedure. To be completely honest, I'm getting rather tired of the increased animosity and unhelpfulness of the new branch employees. Just earlier today, I had one employee drop their trousers and moon me as he loudly exclaimed, "Why don't you put this in your report, you fucking job's worth?" to me. I then promptly reminded him that it is exactly behavior such as that, in addition to the general lack of care and professionalism across all members of the staff at this branch, that head office is carefully assessing the future of this factory and its employees, has suggested that he should give me any reason to make this report even more unfavorable than it already is. I appreciate that this was an outright threat on my part, and may not have been the correct course of action, but it's the only way I'm going to reach these people. Do they really not understand that I'm here to try and improve their working environment as well? Unbelievable. Edit. Though I regret threatening the staff at this branch, I've been assured that my words have been well and truly heard, and measures will swiftly be taking place to ensure the improvement and success of the new branch. I have even just been offered to accompany the branch manager to inspect the safety of the smelting room catwalks again, where it'll be detailed to me the plans put in place to help the factory's continued operation. Environmental Impact Assessment 06. Just a very quick one here. It may not be as environmentally friendly as LSC would like, but everyone here at the Newham branch is taking notes on how to reduce the impact that slag production has on the environment through reducing emissions, recycling materials, and so on. I can't exactly go into any great detail, however, as I've decided to terminate the report early. I have actually been under quite a little bit of stress and pressure from the wider company, and have decided I need a much-needed break and plan to leave the UK shortly and travel abroad. A nice trip somewhere nice and hot, ideally. Don't try and contact me for a while, as like I've said, I will be on holiday and won't likely respond. To sum it up, though, despite the shortcomings and rather negative-sounding entries before this, I am confident that given time and a great load of trust, that this branch can turn things around and be a brilliant and valuable asset to LSC, and that the lads are all good, hard-working blokes after all. Sounds to me more like something happened to the bloke. A sudden vacation? Yeah, I think they did him in. Okay, well, in places like this, there are generally many different ways you can go. We'll stay on the bottom for now. We'll also save, so... Remember, bones are always good. You can make cutting fluid out of them, which does count as oil. Alright. Okay, so we can either go down the hallway or up the stairs. This looks like a path to somewhere else. And yeah, there's really not much here. A couple of flasks and a coffee mug, and that is it. Oh, 2 coffee cups. And a clipboard. And a plate inside that fallen locker. And okay. Now we will move on. Bathroom that has really seen better days. Well, it looks like something's been through here before. Because because I did not kill that cultist. And I find that fascinating. Bathrooms? Yeah. Well, one's a bathroom, the other... looks like a former supply closet or something. A couple bits of ammo, and says Churchill insists on blocking the other doorway. Alright, let's see what we can glean from this terminal. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Okay, no matches there. Okay, we got a 1. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. No. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. No. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. No. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. No. V-I-L-L-A. No. Okay, V-I-L-L-A-I-N. Okay. No. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. Maybe. N-A-T-U-R-A-L. Okay. M-E-N-T-I-O-N. Alright. That's a company is a maybe. V-I-L-L-A-I-N. No. V-I-L-L-A-I. That's a 2. So company it is. Okay. Business boom. John Rayner, plant manager. Business is booming here at London Smelters. The demand for parts and materials for rebuilding efforts across the city have skyrocketed. Every day we see new contracts rolling in and our production lines are running at full capacity. Our clients range from construction firms to tech companies, all desperate for our high-quality smelted metals. Despite our success, I'm increasingly concerned about our safety measures. With the increased workload, our workers are exposed to higher risks. We've had a few near misses recently, and it's clear we need to upgrade our safety protocols. Profits are important, but the safety of our team must come first. Production records. Leo Hares, supervisor. Production this month has hit an all-time high. We've processed over 10,000 tons of raw material, turning it into essential components for the rebuilding efforts. The team is working hard, and the overtime hours are adding up. It's impressive to see how much we've accomplished, but the stress is showing on everyone's faces. Management has promised bonuses and incentives, which is great, but we also need better safety gear. The old equipment isn't cutting it anymore. We can't afford to have any accidents, especially with the pace we're working at. Safety concerns. Mahir Patel, safety officer. Safety violations are becoming more frequent. Just yesterday we had an incident where molten metal nearly spilled over due to a faulty valve. Thankfully no one was hurt, but it was a close call. The current safety measures are insufficient for the level of production we're handling. I've submitted several requests for new safety equipment and additional training sessions for the workers. It's crucial we address these issues before something catastrophic happens. Profit should never come at the cost of our workers' lives. Inventory. Item, steel ingots, quantity 50 tons. Description, high quality steel for construction and repairs. Business is booming. Status, ready for dispatch. Remember, no loitering near the molten vats. Item, aluminum sheets, quantity 30 tons. Description, lightweight, durable, and essential for rebuilding efforts. Status, ready for shipment. Ensure all safety gear is worn when handling. Item, copper wire, quantity 20 tons. Description, essential for electrical grids. Demand higher than ever. Status, processing. Reminder, stay clear of the extrusion machines. Item, lead pipes, quantity 10 tons. Description, necessary for plumbing in the new settlements. Status, awaiting packaging. Caution, lead poisoning is still a thing, folks. Item, brass fittings, quantity 5 tons. Description, precision made for intricate construction needs. Status and production, do not enter the foundry without eye protection. Item, gold. Quantity, 50 tons. Description, classified. Status and production. That's interesting. Classified. John Raynard, plant manager. We have received a highly classified and extremely lucrative contract to produce synthetic gold using a blend of alternative metals. This project is top secret and must not be discussed outside the designated team. The specifics of the metal combinations and production process are to be handled with the utmost discretion. Tasks and detailed instructions will be printed and distributed to team members involved in this project. Each member is required to read their instructions carefully and then immediately destroy the printed documents by incineration to eliminate any evidence of this endeavor. This project could significantly boost our profits, but we must ensure that confidentiality is maintained at all costs. Failure to comply with these security measures will result in severe consequences. Remember, secrecy is paramount. Oh, that's interesting. Now, you remember prior runs, there's been a tie-in with that. Okay. At one point, Scrounger is doing some heavy lifting there. Another Hellhound, and almost dead. Is dead. Another Hellhound. Also dead. Let's reload. There's definitely something else here that is attacking the cultists and the Hellhounds. Because otherwise, why would they all be wounded severely or dead? Unless there's something else here at play. So I don't think it's just environmental issues.
I see you there.
Oh yeah, I see you too. Alright, well, we found the owner of the shotgun. Yeah. We'll save. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if it's their own pathing that was causing these issues. Their injuries, the wounded cultists and the Hellhounds. Dead cultist. Especially since it seems like, I mean, I don't think it's that the cultists and the dogs are fighting each other because they seem to be working together. Legendary Hellhound Seraphim. Okay, that was interesting. A kneecapper missile launcher. Okay. That will probably sell well. Am I overweight now? Well, anyway, successful fight means we save. A bed? And yes, we are overweight. Harbinger of Immolation. Brothers and sisters, today marks a pivotal moment in our sacred journey. Through the divine guidance of our unseen benefactors, I have unearthed a hidden method to manifest a Gehenna monster. A powerful force of destruction that will serve our cause with unparalleled ferocity. Oh, crap. In the name of London Smelters and Company, we shall unleash this terror upon the heart of London itself. Our enemies will quake in their boots as our monstrous creation brings about the fall of their precious city. This is the moment we have been waiting for, where our faith and determination will reshape the world according to our vision. An unyielding faith, the harbinger of immolation. And we got a level out of that. Well, if we're going to be dealing with something like that, boy, my glad Gunslinger 4 came up. Non-automatic pistols now do 80% more damage, and their attacks can disarm opponents. So with that, our 9mm pistol, can't read that. Now it does 48 damage. Okay. There you are, buddy. That'll do for now. Okay, that was weird. Wait a minute. Okay, we just went around in a circle. I know where we are now. Okay, so what we've been able to gather is that the idiot cultists in here unlocked a Gehenna, and it's the Gehenna that tore them apart. And what we're seeing is the aftermath, but we have not found the Gehenna itself, either living or dead. Oh shit! Shit. Inferno Gehenna. Oh, fuck. this thing... Oh my god, this thing's messed up. So this is what got them. And we got a VATS enhanced switchblade from this. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, this was completely anticlimactic. And as you could tell, it had the Swan resources. They use molten metal to create that thing. Anyway, successful fight means we save. And let's just see if there's anything else that we missed before we get out of here. We end this video. Well, if I need steel to build things, scrap iron ore, it sounds like a win to me. Alright, we'll save again. There's one direction left we haven't checked yet. Whoa! Another one? Wrong button. Where the hell did you come from, bud? Right, police, right leg. VATS enhanced. 10% reduction in action core. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think we got a new right leg. And I'll have to soup that up off camera. Save again. Jump. I have to do some platforming to get through this. Anybody else see that? Oh crap, I'm overweight again. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, well, supposedly up is out, huh? Well, we're gonna save before I do anything incredibly stupid. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I have beer. We'll save. Hey, we made it. And I'm overweight again, but that's okay for now. I don't have to do any tricky platforming now. See the skeleton over there? So, from what we've gathered, this place was undergoing a top secret operation, which might explain why there was nothing going on with safety protocols and all that other shit. And why the inspector decided to suddenly go on vacation, and as I hinted at before, it was probably because if I had to guess why they suddenly forced him out, it wasn't because of the lack of safety protocols or anything. It was probably because he was either stumbling on to the secret operation, or his reports were going to doom the secret operation by closing the place down. And nobody could have that. Alright. So that's everything here, and... Alright. 44 pounds over still. Damn. Alright. Well, we have a Clararoid. Let's see what that does. Alright, we're still 15 pounds over, and that includes the beer. Do I really want to... I don't want to use the Excalibur, because... Grilled Radstag will definitely do. Okay, so here's the out. Let's get out of here. Alright, so we're outside, we're on the pillar, and... oh, jeez, dog. Churchill... How the hell am I going to get over there without cheating? You know what? I'm not. Alright, so in the interest of lore and discovery, we're going to explore this way. A little bit of cheating, but... okay. Let's see what else is up here. Does not look like there is. It just leads us back to the bottom, which is a good thing of sorts. And there's plenty more to discover around here. And that is the story of London Smelters and Company up in Newham. And so this is part of Newham. Good to know. Alright, next episode we might explore a little bit more around here. If there's anything we can get to explore. I know there's something close by to the east there. I'm sure you all see it on the radar. To it on the other hand, that's another matter. Yeah, we got a couple of things.
That guy? Nah. Safe as houses. Diamond geezer.
Whoa. But yeah, what I was looking at over there is across some water. I don't think we're getting there. But there is something over here that I want to at least discover before we end this video. Nope, not that way. Go! The aluminum metal works. Okay. Okay, I have no idea. Alright, I'll drop that. Alright, next episode, we'll explore the aluminum works. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get the latest and greatest videos as they come in and to help this channel grow. This has been Big Dave, the Middle-Aged Gamer. This is Fallout London, Hares and Piggies. I'll see you all next time.